Last time on Reforged.
I am Ashiki Hugs Ogalukanu.
My name is Talvar Olin.
My name is Pippi Farewell.
Of course, I am looking for the bravest and the smartest people in the land.
I like this man.
But this is a grand tournament that'll be lasting 3 days, and we will be watching all of your performances. There are exactly 2 keys among all of you and your desserts. Whoever leaves the hall first wins.
I have been blessed with a key.
I want to start playing chaotic music on my pan flute.
We could just leave together and win the game.
Which of you would say came through the door first?
I want to say me.
All right, Melma. Congratulations. Well, it's late. The festivities today are dying down. Why don't you head back to the inn and enjoy yourself? The barkeep asks, so what do you hope's going to happen tomorrow?
More fighting.
Well, I would like to learn more about my magic skills.
Practice with a sword. So, fighting.
Well, gentlemen and little lady, I wish you the best of luck. We'll see you tomorrow. Get some sleep. Hey everyone, I'm Austin.
I'm Ian.
I'm Zoe.
And I'm Ty.
Thanks for tuning in to Reforged, Episode 2. I'm joined again today with 3 of some of the best players ever.
And we're here with America's second bestie.
Yeah, that's right. And first up, Zoe.
I see what you did there.
Hi, my name is Zoe. I'm playing as a bard half-elf with a southern accent. And my Instagram handle, because we're doing that now, is at Zoë Shane. Zoe. Don't put a Y on there. Don't do it.
It's Bad News Bears.
It's Bad News Bears. Speaking of bears.
Oh, this is Hugs' turn.
Oh, and Zoe plays Pippi Farewell, by the way.
Yes, Pippi Farewell is
I
the
get my
name of my
race in
character.
class.
I'm doing great here.
So yeah, I guess I'll go next. I'm Ian Early. I play Hugs the Barbarian. He's a Goliath. He's probably like almost 8 feet tall, and he's a massive dude. I have a Twitter handle at @BrotherTortoise, and that's where you can find me on the social medias.
I'm Ty. I play a half-elf blade singer. His name is Talvar. I don't...
What's your Twitter?
I think Crippled Nova.
Whoa.
No spaces.
It's deep.
And just in case I haven't done this yet, I'm Austin Rasmussen, DM. And my Twitter handle is @Trenchmaker. So that'll come into play later.
There you go.
Trenchmaker.
Mm-hmm.
Ominous.
Trench
I
coat.
like it.
Boom, boom, boom. During this session, there will be different competitions you each will be participating in.
Nice.
And so actively, 2 of you at a time will be like playing the game, and the third will be in sort of the audience. So and that will rotate. And so I just wanted to let you know before we get started, just so. But yeah. So yeah, Pippi, you're just kind of relaxing, and that's when you hear at your door, and you hear the Joffrey call out, and he's like, hey, he's like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to startle you, but aren't you participating in the tournament today?
I guess I am. I didn't know it would be this early. I usually get to sleep in.
Yeah.
My beauty.
It's
Gotta get my beauty right.
You're pretty late. You better get going.
Oh, okay. I'll get dressed then and be right out.
Okay.
Put my scarves on.
So, yeah, you dress real quick and start running outside. And there's some other people that are filtering into like the Polestar Castle, but you're trying to run to catch up so you can be there. And that's when you notice out of the corner of your eye, like Melma has his like hands up against the building, and there's a bunch of guards standing around him in a circle.
Oh no!
Yeah, and they say, "You are Melma, right?" And he just kind of is like, Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, punk.
Yeah, boy.
And they put him in Yale handcuffs and drag him away.
It's
So
just
in
them
the
grabbing him
shackles?
by the wrist.
Yep.
Oh no.
Now they put him in one of those head block things.
A stockade.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
One of the ones they pull him by the
Portable
chain. Yeah.
Do you stop to do anything, or are you just getting there?
We don't
You
really
know,
know him,
I
so.
don't think that's any of my business at this point. So I think I'm very late, apparently. So I'm
It's just easy.
gonna go on my own quest.
It would appear he's quite popular.
So,
Good for him.
Yeah, good for him. So yeah, you bust into the doors of this chamber, and you're all supposed to sit in the same places as last time, even though some of the chairs are like broken in half, and the walls are all dinged up. So yeah, you skip and jump into your chair just in time to hear like Coral start giving a speech, and he says, "Well, hello everyone. Welcome to day 2 of the Tournament of Kings. Yesterday was quite fun, wasn't it?"
Yes.
It's a very good day.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were wanting a response.
And he says, I like the enthusiasm. And Grey Castle just kind of nods a little bit, like, and he says, "Today we've got a handful of different, we'll say, interesting competitions for all of you, and so they've all been suited to your talents, I guess we'll say that. So good luck to all of you, and we'll see you on day 3." And he walks out of the room, and maids, like these servant staff, kind of walk around the room real quick and give you each like a card telling you where you're going to be going next.
As a question, do we have like food on the tables
Sure.
again?
Yeah.
Hugs is kind of like half-mindedly like searching through his food for like another key.
You're like, it's like a scrambled egg, and you're
Yeah.
like, I don't see anything.
Yeah, he's like, there doesn't seem to be a key in here today.
So we're gonna have a little bit of a time jump. Who would like to go first?
I will. That's
All right.
fine.
Now who's the second one?
Who? Oh, I get to choose?
Yes.
I'm staring at Ty very strongly. Ty is going to go next.
You guys
All right.
got this. Oh, I'm so excited for y'all.
All right, let me get my music ready. I need inspiration. Here we
Oh
go.
God. I can't beat Hugs in a fight.
Wait, is this who I'm fighting?
Apparently,
So-
based on the
Wait,
music.
who goes second? This is who I'm fighting?
Pippi, you're in the stands,
Oh, no!
and you see there's this two-tiered battlefield. There's this lower quarter, and there's like a bunch of rocks and things to hide behind, and there's an upper ring that's filled with like boulders, and there's like logs and like big heavy things. And you see Hugs with a giant boulder above his head, just laughing maniacally. And you see Talvar wide-eyed in the bottom of the ring, and there's like just a shadow over the top of him. And it's not just you two, though.
Okay.
There's 3 other burly men on this second row,
thank
and there's a
goodness.
bunch of squirrely type rogues in the middle. And so, this is how it's working. You hear Grey Castle kind of start yelling out because he's the moderator of this one. He's like, "The rules are simple. 1 knockout, 1 point. That's it. Here we go." And he just says ring, and
Rocks and shit.
yeah. So there's 4 guys down below, 4 guys up top. Talvar, you're one of the squirrely dudes. Hugs, you're one of the big burly men.
Nice.
And
Really?
yeah. And a buzzer goes off, and immediately like boulders and logs and shit going all over the place. So
Alright.
there's mechanisms down below. Like you can see some like weird buttons in the sides of the walls, and there are places to dodge and hide behind things. And you can also like directly attack other squirrely people.
Oh, the squirrely. My guy only knows how to use lethal force, so a knockout might be a problem.
So yep.
Knockout with a sword through the stomach.
Their
So-
head is missing, but they're unconscious.
So this is sort of a thing that maybe I'd set up a battle board for, but I think we'll be okay. We'll figure it out.
All right. My guy's going to try and figure out what the buttons do then.
All right. So there's 4 giants above, and we're just gonna label them. There's Hugs, obviously. We'll just do it. There's a blonde giant, a brunette giant, and a black-haired giant all up there.
I'll walk into a battlefield.
Yeah, I'll walk into a battlefield. So, and there's a button seemingly under each of them.
I'm going to go for the blonde.
Okay. So, yeah, you immediately dash over, and there's like some kind of weird mechanism. And so go ahead and roll a sleight of hand check. Or no, just roll a straight up dexterity.
20.
Nat 20?
Yeah.
Check
So,
it.
like, he just, like, slides in and reaches up and, touches his button, and, like, you actually see, like, a wall of spikes just go flam and slam out behind the giant
Nice.
and, like, poke him, like, all over the place, and he topples off the front and is prone right in front of you.
Hugs is beaming.
You really pressed that button.
What would you like to do with your boulder? There's and the three swirly guys, they're blondie.
So the really funny thing is that, as we established in the first episode, Hugs believes very strongly in fair play.
Uh-huh.
So Hugs actually believes that his targets are the other giants.
Yeah.
And so Hugs is going to take his boulder and just run over to the black-haired giant and just try and just clock him over the head with it.
All right. You're making essentially just like a bull rushing check, and go ahead and roll an attack.
16 plus is it probably not proficient with rock, so just a +5, so 21.
That hits.
All right.
I think a boulder is definitely 2d12.
You roll your giant rocks of dice.
10 and 4 for a total of 19.
Plus your strength, right?
Yeah, so 19 total.
Yeah, you just smash this dude, and he just like is out and topples over.
Hugs has scored a point.
-1 shows up on the freaking.
All right.
It'd be really great if this was team-based.
Yeah, right.
Talvar, go ahead and make a attack roll against the guy you're next to.
Oh my gosh.
10.
All right. So you run up with your sword, and you're like, you don't want to just like beat up this like unconscious dude. So you just run up, and you're just like, and like deal no damage.
Is he awake?
Oh, he's awake, and he's looking at you, and he's not happy.
I'm so far.
Yeah. So he's Blondie, right? Yeah. Blondie stands up, and he just like reaches over and just grabs this like big rock and just like swings it at your head.
Talvar, look
What's
out.
your AC?
15.
You dodge.
Hey.
Yep, and he like loses control of this rock, and it just flies off, and like it shatters against the wall. And you see like this dude sneaking up behind him, and like he makes eye contact with you and just kind of nods a little bit like, oh yeah. And one notable thing about him is he's got like this long leather cloak, I guess, and leather armor underneath, and it's like completely embedded with like different gemstones.
Fancy.
Yep.
I will call him Fancy Pants.
And
The nickname sounds rather familiar.
so, yeah, this guy walks up and clocks this dude in the back of the knee, and he goes to a knee, and he takes like just basically a long wooden stick and goes pop over the top of his head, and that knocks him out. So he's like, "Yo, sorry, bro, KS'd you." And he walks up and offers you a handshake.
Must be Thieves' Cant.
Yeah.
Thieves' Cant is just gamer speak. Canon.
Yeah.
I glare at him for a second, and then I'll reach out to shake his hand.
All right. And he's like, "Hey, I just want to introduce myself. My name's Zephyr. Nice to meet you. Let's do this." And he runs over to the side of the wall and offers to like give you a leg up.
I'll take it.
Yeah, he throws you up onto the second ledge, and he's like, "Peace," and he takes off into the undergrowth or whatever, the rocks.
Hello! Are you come to join in the fray?
I'm going to try and avoid him and run for the brunette that's still there.
You don't even have anything to say to Hugs. Hugs is just like, "Hello!" And you're like,
Pretty much.
okay.
That's right. Stick to it. Focus.
Red-haired giant picks up a...
Red-haired giant.
Yeah, you said
Oh.
brunette, black hair, and blonde.
There's
You never
another
said
new
brunette.
challenger.
You know what? Brunette is redhead now.
Oh,
Let's just
okay.
go.
I was confused when
Yeah,
you're like
yeah,
brunette
sure.
and then black hair. I'm like,
No, somebody hit him in the head really hard.
Yeah, yeah.
That
All
was
right. So yeah, redhead giant picks up a like a log and starts walking over to Hugs, and he's like, "What are you doing?
It's like, this is a fight.
You're supposed to squash the little ones." And he takes it and just like swings the log at you.
Hugs is like, yes.
What's your AC?
14.
Oh my- this log breaks over your chest and you take 1 damage.
Hugs is like, yes! Now you understand.
So, and you see like two of the squirrely guys like doing a circle, basically. Oh, and Zephyr is like the black-haired one. So there's a red squirrely dude and a blonde squirrely dude, and they're chasing each other around a rock.
Oh, look at the little squirrels chasing.
It's yeah, Benny Hill music.
That's right.
All right, let's go back to top of the order, and it will be Hugs.
All right. So Hugs is going to look at the guy and say, "It seems strange that we stand up here while our targets then would be on the ground."
It's like, you started it.
I'm going to grapple this guy and jump over the ledge with him.
Just off?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
So I'm going to make a grapple check, which is athletics, for a total of 16. So he's going to oppose my athletics.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, he actually manages that.
All right.
So you guys do topple over the edge, but like you're like in wrestling stance at that point.
Yes.
So, and yeah, Talvar, go ahead and do something. You're the only one up top now.
Yeah. I'm going to grab a rock and try and throw it at the not Zephyr squirrely dude.
Oh, so you're gonna like be on the second story, take a tiny rock and just like chuck it at one of the guys going around?
Yeah.
That'd be pretty great if it hits. So just like,
All right, make a ranged attack for me.
All right. 20.
This is it, folks.
You don't even have to roll damage.
These are the dice.
You want to take out the blonde or the redhead?
The one that's not Zephyr. So
Yeah, blonde. They're the two guys going around a rock.
Then we'll go with the redhead this time.
All right. So like Hugs jumps off and all of a sudden the rock's just like, and this redhead dude just skids to a halt.
Nice.
And the blonde dude is just like, who did that? Yeah.
This is a ridiculous battle, and I love it.
Any battle is ridiculous with Hugs.
I am losing my mind, by the way. This is great. Like,
Yeah,
you guys are so good.
yeah, the spectators can jump in at any point just to like,
Oh, okay.
like say anything. Yeah,
Excellent.
you're fine. Or
I thought
cast,
you meant like jump in the fight. I'm like, heck yeah.
All of a sudden, there's just hordes of people.
We'll just
Like, oh god.
Oh my gosh.
okay. The giant fighting you. He just is like, you guys have just jumped off, and he goes to like do a grapple on you too.
Nice.
So you guys are just like rolling around in the mud.
Mm-hmm. I like it. It reminds me of
Mud
home.
wrestling.
That is a 20 total.
Okay, so yeah, like he goes to, and you just like get him in a headlock like immediately.
Yes.
So Talvar, you see Zephyr like making his way towards the blonde dude. So if you want to get a knockout, you're gonna have to get there fast. So Zephyr takes his entire turn like moving into position, and he's gonna attack this next turn.
The guy that I have grappled.
No, the
Oh.
guy I just hit.
Okay.
Last squirrely dude. So Hugs.
All right. I'm gonna attempt to choke him out for a knockout.
Okay. Non-lethal damage. Make a strength check.
And actually, I want to also say at this point, Hugs is like in it for that competitive spirit, and he's gonna start raging.
Okay.
So 22.
All right. Yeah, this dude just like goes limp in your arms.
And Hugs just is like, yes, and just drops him, and it's just like, who is next? Ah!
So you see Talvar on the upper floor, and then you see like a blonde squirrely dude just being like, huh, oh, and that's it.
Just like
Or-
now
yeah.
target locked.
So Talvar.
I'm going to throw another rock.
Okay.
And this time with Zephyr.
Oh, okay. Sure.
18.
So yeah, go ahead and roll damage on this one.
All right, what would I roll for a rock?
Probably a D4. Improvised weapon.
3.
Plus your deck. Well, no, just 3, yeah. So like, yeah, Zephyr is running over there, and you just chuck this rock into his back, and he turns around like, what? Dude.
That's what you get for KS.
My man.
My man.
I missed.
Yeah. And
Bluff check.
the blonde dude is like, he's looking around to try to figure out who just like eliminated redheaded guy, and then that's when he just sees Hugs like doof, doof, doof. And so he attempts to make a stealth check, and so he like ducks behind a rock.
All right. I'm
Hugs,
gonna make
you're
a
up.
perception then to see if Hugs is aware of where he's
Behind the
going.
rock,
Yeah.
Hugs.
Do I have advantage now?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, that's perfect. For a total of 17.
Okay, you find him. He's behind the rock.
Can we say that he picks up the rock that he's hiding behind and it's just like, ah! It just brings it back down on him?
Yeah, you pick up this rock, and this guy's just like,
Oh my gosh. So a 16.
yeah.
Okay. What's the damage on this rock?
It's dude, just 1d12 on this one. This is a smaller rock.
13 total.
Yeah, he's gone.
Hugs is just. Oh.
So, like, you, Talvar, you were watching Hugs just, like, eliminate this dude. And then all of a sudden you see Zephyr, like, pop up next to you. He, like, jumps up on the ledge. And he says, yo, man, what was that all about? I thought we were cool.
Zephyr's so chill. I love him.
It's like, yo. He's just laughing.
I just take off running.
And he starts chasing you.
I jump off and start heading towards Hugs.
Oh, you jump off and start running towards him.
Hugs gets like in a position like he's like ready to like catch him and like suplex him.
Like sumo stance.
Yeah, like sumo.
Stopping both feet.
He's like, yes, face your challenges head on.
So yeah, Hugs is getting down in this bear wrestling stance, and Talvar's like, God, and he's running towards the middle, and Zephyr chucks a rock at you.
Okay.
So yeah, a little you take 4 damage. A rock clunks off the back of your head. So yeah, Talvar's running towards you, Hugs, and all of a sudden a rock's just like tink off the top of his head.
I'm imagining this
Hugs-
giant boulder going.
Hugs is like trying, he's thinking now because he sees like hitting through it and he's just like, are you fighting me or him?
You yell that to Zephyr?
No, I yell at
Talvar, how would you say?
I don't say anything and just keep running straight at him.
Very well. And he's like, I am ready to receive. And he's just like, basically, as soon as Talvar is close enough to him, I'm going to attempt a grapple check.
Okay. Roll opposing strength checks, you two.
Oh, I was going to try and jump around him.
You can oppose my athletics with acrobatics.
Oh, okay, yeah, you can do that then. You're going to try to like slide around him.
I failed though, miserably. I got a 9.
Advantage. I have a 25.
Yeah, he definitely got me.
So you go to like slide underneath him, and he's just like,
Just grabs his
snatches
head.
him out, and it's just like, right. And Hugs gets this giant grin on his face, and he's just like, 2 birds, 1 person. Oh, and he hurls Talvar at Zephyr. That's what I'm gonna attempt to do.
make a ranged attack. And then a strength check, just to make sure you can throw him far enough.
Make a friend ranged attack.
All right, so, oh my gosh, that's a roll of 19. So a total of 24 on throw person.
All right, make your strength check.
As a 17 total with the advantage strength.
All right, Talvar, go ahead and make a reflex saving throw to try to land like a cat.
That dice hates me. I'm not going to use it anymore. I got a 13.
All right, so yeah, like you just like have perfect aim, and Zephyr's like, hush! And I'm just gonna give just your strength for that.
All right.
So both of them take how much?
Take 5 damage.
Plus 5?
Yeah.
You what?
Yeah.
Do you have 20?
You didn't realize that this whole time?
Do you have more than 9 health?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, like Talvar, you're on the edge of like passing out, right? And Zephyr is just like, whew, okay. And Zephyr looks at you and he's like, yo man, you want to go take this guy down? Let's
Just
do
nod.
this. He puts a rock in your hand and he throws one at Hugs.
I throw back.
Okay, do a ranged throw back.
Gosh.
What's your AC?
14.
Okay.
It's 17.
That
All right,
hits.
2 rocks go tunk tunk.
All right, give me the damage because I have resistance.
Zephyr, he gives you 1 damage.
All right.
I got 3.
So I take a total of 3.
Yep.
All right.
So these are my
Bump, bump,
fighting
bump.
dice and these are my skill dice.
All right, Hugs.
Hugs is just like, oh yes, band together, fight me. And Hugs is gonna go barreling towards the wall and attempt to leap up it.
Okay,
He's
yeah.
gonna scale the wall just by running up it like American Ninja Warrior style.
That's right.
He
Hugs
just
is
hits it and his
American
foot
Ninja
just
Warrior.
goes in and he just steps up.
All right, make your athletics just in case.
All right. So that's 22 with advantage. Yeah, 22 total.
All right. So as you come barreling towards it, Zephyr reaches over and puts another rock in your hand. And he's like, round 2, bro. Let's do it. And they chuck another one at
All
you.
right.
I missed.
Okay, so another rock goes tink and deals 1 damage to you.
So 2 rocks are kind of just bouncing off. And
Yeah.
let's just...
He's like, yo, man, don't you have a bow or anything? Whatever. Okay, here we go. All right, Hugs. You get to roll attacks against them now.
Oh, yes. All right.
Did
So
you just say hug? Yes.
oh, yes. All right. So Hugs is going to attempt to clobber, I guess, Zephyr. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
A 21.
All right. Zephyr turns to you right as Hug runs towards him, and he's like, Zephyr, out. And he, just slides across the floor.
Actually, here's what's gonna happen then. If Hugs hits him to the point where he goes unconscious,
Yeah.
I want to hold on to him.
Okay, yeah, you grab, you punch him, and he goes face down, and then you just reach up and
Yeah.
grab him. Okay.
All right.
Talvar, you
And
got
Hugs is just beaming over at you like, this is the greatest day of my life.
Yeah, Talvar, what do you do?
God. I'm going to actually try to attack him like
Okay.
normally this time.
All right.
Hugs respects this.
And I fail horribly.
You
I
walk
got
up
an
and you're
11,
like,
so
boom, right in his chest.
It's like punching a stone wall.
I'd say that knocks me out.
No. Well,
Definitely disintegrates your
so
fingers.
as
though.
you jump
Yeah.
up and try and punch Hugs in the chest, Hugs is gonna take Zephyr's body and just wham, just like swing it into both and like send you both off of like the edge if you're unconscious.
Yep.
I've got 1 hit point left, so
Well, Talvar's dead.
What's your AC?
15.
I think I miss. Because I don't get advantage on attack rolls. I think I only rolled a 14.
So you just like, you're taking Zephyr's body and you're like,
Yeah.
whoosh, whoosh, whoosh,
Yeah.
and like missing Talvar.
Yep, I just like swing it over and you just duck underneath.
Talvar's not dead.
All right.
And just Hugs is like, yes, competition.
All right,
I'm
Talvar.
just going to try and hit him again.
Sure.
I want you to know that your respect level in his book has just skyrocketed.
This time I got a 15.
That's more than my AC. You hit.
All right, roll your damage.
What do I roll for basic or hand to hand?
It does 1 damage plus your strength.
Okay, so I got a 2.
All right, so I take 1. All right, I appreciate it. It's just like, yes, I felt that. But, all right, I'll attempt to swing Zephyr's body again. That's a 16.
Okay, you hit.
Finally, you're like, poof, and lights out for Talvar.
Yeah, they both just tumble over the edge.
And the freaking crowd goes wild.
Hugs is just like raising both fists above, just like, yes!
And you just see Grey Castle nodding proudly. He's like, fantastic show of work. All right, everyone clean this up and let's get to our next event.
Hugs is gonna like go down and attempt to like bring him back around, like kind of slap him on the face, just to
Alright.
wake him up, and just be like, "You fought well. I am very proud of you."
I just stare at him terrified.
I'm fairly convinced that like Talvar just might be a mute character. Like everyone's like, well, that was so good. And you're like, so obviously the victor in first place is Hugs. And second place is actually, I think, Talvar.
Yeah, Talvar.
Woo!
Nice job.
Good job, friends.
All right. Pippi, who would you like to play with next?
Well, I'm a huge fan of Hugs.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
With his ridiculous name.
Here we go.
And I think he'd do great at magic.
Oh, this is gonna be hilarious.
It's probably not going to be magic.
Yes.
Oh, it is.
I really hope it is.
I didn't think this through.
It will be the best.
I would be much better than him at this.
Yes, you definitely would.
Oh my gosh.
So this room is separated into 4 quadrants. The upper left is a blue quadrant, upper left or right is a green quadrant. Bottom left is red, bottom right is yellow. So you've got just in the order blue, green, red, yellow. And you're not exactly sure what these do.
It's
There's-
like Simon.
Yes. There's you and there's 4 other people in the room, one of which is the giant Hugs. And Maiden says, "You may begin."
So what?
And people look around confused at first, and you see one guy like stumble back a little bit and step on the yellow, and like all of a sudden the floor rises up like maybe 10 feet.
I go to blue. I go Hugs. I grab him by the pinky, and we go to blue. Let's go to blue.
Very
right.
well.
Blue is a good color. It calms everybody down. Let's go to blue.
All right. So yeah, Pippi runs over and grabs Hugs, and Hugs, you go with her.
Yeah.
I can't move
He has
unless
no
you do
idea
it.
what is happening, so he will be led by the pinky.
And
So-
I can swim if it's a water thing, so.
So you see someone run over. So like yellow is up in the air, which I'll denote for you guys. Like I'll pull it off to the side if they're up in the air. And you guys are running to blue, but you see another guy run over and step on the red button. And they're like the red quadrant also rises, and then you see actually like both the red and the yellow section, like an arc of electricity goes through them and shocks all the people on board, and they both fall over for a second, and then those platforms go back down.
Oh, wait, no, wait. Do I see this happen before I get... Okay, I'm like, oh, wait, no.
And you see like the people are like smoking and their armor is a little bit singed, and they're like, oh my god. They start to sit up again. So two people are there in red and yellow, and so I guess that would make one left on green, and then you two. So
Okay, so just to get it straight.
yeah, let's get it straight.
There are 2 people on yellow, 2 people on red.
Yeah, let's see. I'll use marshmallows as my markers.
I knew those would come in handy.
All right.
To those in the audience, 1 person's on green, 1 person's on yellow, 1 person's on red.
So wait, they're still on them even though the pillars went down after frying them?
So there's like a special little square in the middle that you can step on.
Oh, and if you step on it, then it shocks and puts you back down.
Yep.
Oh, interesting.
If
I need to get down, I'm gonna bring hugs just in case.
I will just like stand there and take the shock and just be like, ow.
Interesting sensation.
Yeah. So, and not only that, but like on the upper ceiling, you can see there's a bunch of like wands that are attached up there to the walls.
Hugs.
Yes.
Hold me up to. We gotta go onto the blue platform, and don't step on that button until I tell you to.
Very
and
well.
then you're gonna raise me up, and I'm
He's
gonna
already
get...
like walking over before you finish like talking about it.
Oh, okay. And I'm gonna grab one of these wands here.
All right.
What do they all look like then?
They all seem to be like similar in style.
Okay.
So you grab one, and like a tingling runs up your arm, and it feels like you could use it for something. You can make an Arcana check.
Oh my goodness.
Hugs is just holding her up.
Okay. That's a 15.
All right.
On Arcana.
So you actually like start to figure out this wand, and you can point it at any of these other platforms and use it.
Okay, I'm gonna point it at the yellow one.
All right. So you point at the yellow, and there's this bolt of yellow electricity that like shoots over to it, and it makes that platform rise up anyways.
Oh,
And you see the
cool.
guy up there. He's like, "Uh-oh."
And it was already on the ground, right? Nothing was raised on it.
So it looks like
Oh.
you managed to make it go up even without him pushing the button.
All right, I keep doing it because it's very entertaining.
So you shoot that yellow one again,
Uh-huh.
and it comes back down.
Okay. Hugs, look what I did. This is exciting.
I have no idea what just happened.
Can I grab another wand as well?
Sure.
I'm gonna grab another wand and then hand it to Hugs.
Hugs looks at the stick and he's just like, no thank you, I have nothing in my teeth.
Can I grab as many wands as I possibly
I
can?
mean, there's not like a ton of them up there.
Okay, because I don't want anyone else to have a wand.
Oh, okay. You've got 2 out of the 8 wands.
2 out of the 8 wands.
There's 2 on every platform.
If
Oh,
you are
gotcha.
going for these sticks, I suggest we move to another platform.
Let's go for the sticks.
All right, and from here on, let's have Pippi be first in the initiative and then Hugs.
All right.
So,
All right. So let's go to the red one.
okay. And again, I'm going to have a redhead, a yellow, a blonde-haired person, and a black-haired person. So, and we're going to put them in red, yellow, and green's going to be the one with the dark hair right now.
Ooh.
So you're going to run over to which one?
I'm gonna run over to red.
Okay, so yeah, you run over to the red platform, and so you run over there first, and red looks like he's like unsure of what to do, and so he just ends up like running over to you and like trying to steal your wand.
Okay, I say, no, you don't want to do that. It electrocutes everybody that touches them except for the original holder.
Deception.
Yeah, he runs over and he's like, I don't think that's the truth.
No, that's totally right.
All right.
I got a 16 plus 4, so 20.
Okay. Yeah, he looks down at this little red-haired halfling, or orange hair, I guess. And
Either
he's
way.
Like, so what do I do then?
Oh, you gotta go to every color and walk around and figure it out. I don't know. You got this, buddy.
He's like, it's all right, let's do this first. Then he runs over and he jumps on the red one. All right, Hugs.
Is there a crowd of spectators on this one or no?
Yeah, they're like super high up.
Oh, I was gonna.
awesome.
Yeah. So you're looking down at them.
I imagine Pip is at this point just riding on Hugs' shoulder.
Oh, definitely.
Because he's
Yeah,
basically
yeah,
just going where she wants to go.
Oh, so you actually
I have my
Yeah.
hands on his dreadlocks.
Yeah, that's right.
Just
you're
steering
driving
him.
Hugs.
I'm like
Basically.
the Ratatouille of the situation.
And so Hugs is just kind of going where she needs to go. And so we're on the red platform now.
Yeah, and the red platform's in the air.
All right, then he'll like hoist her up and like allow her to grab for more wands.
Okay, yeah.
Because that's what Hugs thinks the point of this game is.
That's what I think. At this point, I want all the wands. I don't want anyone else to have the wands.
All right.
This is the bad part about
yeah.
my character not talking.
So the red-haired
You can talk. Are you mute?
Pretty much.
That's the worst.
So Pippi is almost like right up next to Talvar. So like you guys are just having a conversation up there.
Okay, and I'm like, hey, Talvar, do you have any input on the situation I'm currently in?
Shock the rest of them.
Oh,
Hugs does not
okay.
hear any of this.
I will do that. Thank you, Talvar. And I give him a fist bump with my tiny fist.
I guess I reciprocate.
Nice.
And all right. So you see the guy on the yellow platform is like kind of just recovering from being shocked, and he's like looking around and he starts to run towards the green one. And as he's doing that, the guy from green runs over to blue and jumps on it. So when the blue platform, which is adjacent to the red platform, both go up, Hugs you like a bolt of electricity runs through your legs. Make a Constitution saving throw.
That's why I'm on his shoulders.
A 19.
All right. So. All right, so you're just gonna take 1 damage,
Nice.
and electricity starts running up your legs, and you manage to like hold your balance
When that
or whatever.
happens, Hugs basically just kind of raises an eyebrow and is like, I have a tingling sensation in my legs.
That's sure.
And you see the other poor red-haired guy just like he goes down again. And this is the second time he's been shocked, so he's like spasming on the ground a little bit.
Oh no. So just to recap, when I shoot the wand at another platform, it goes up and shocks whoever's on it, correct?
When 2 platforms line up and go up, they shock each other.
So when they line up, those 2 shock each other.
Yep.
I definitely noticed that.
But it didn't work with the
Definitely.
yellow one because it's a diagonal and it doesn't go diagonally. But
Oh.
Hugs doesn't know that.
I don't think is that true?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, 'cause you
literally
raised
the
the
ones that
yellow
are
one.
side by side.
Cool. All right.
Yep.
Nice.
So you raised the yellow one and that's why we didn't get
All
shot.
right.
So, and it does seem like this is some sort of kind of like knockout challenge as well.
This is good.
Yeah.
As soon as that becomes apparent to Hugs, I'm waiting for it to become apparent.
Yeah. No.
Because he won't
I
use
said-
magic.
I suddenly realized, wait a minute, these stupid wands aren't the goal. I give like 2 of the other wands to you, Talvar, in the audience. I'm like,
Can I use them?
Yes.
I'm like, you can participate. You're a smart boy.
I raised
Go to
the yellow.
you what?
You raised the green and the yellow?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just go.
Sure. No. I only one per person. Only one per
okay.
person. You gotta
well,
choose.
then I'm gonna raise the green.
Okay, so you raise a platform that doesn't have anyone on it yet,
Mhm.
the green one, but there's 2 adjacent platforms that could shock people. And the yellow guy's like, oh god, no, not again. And so he runs over and jumps on the red platform. And so now you have 2 enemies on you.
All right.
So yeah,
But
Pippi,
see,
you're
at this point, Hugs doesn't know they're enemies. Hugs still thinks that the goal is to collect the wands.
okay,
I
that's fine.
whisper into Hugs' ear because I'm right there, and I say,
Yeah.
Hugs, screw the sticks. Just kick those fools.
Hugs' grin reappears.
And then as my turn, I raise the yellow one,
Okay.
and it gets both of those correct.
There's nobody on those.
Oh, I didn't.
You can
yes.
raise blue.
So green is the only one raised at this moment.
Blue's
Right.
already unconscious.
No, he's just spazzing.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
no one's on it. Okay,
There
never
is
mind.
somebody on blue, though.
I'll just keep it the way it is. Everything's fine the way it is.
He's just on the ground. Like, you're like, shock him again.
Yeah, beat
So-
somebody up and then go to yellow.
Yeah, because if you raise the blue, then it'll shock people. It's basically like complementary colors. Anyways,
It's fine.
Yeah, it's
All
fine.
right. So then, Hugs will kick the person in front of him that just ran over from yellow, and I'm going to attempt an athletics check to, with his foot basically, shove them back onto yellow.
The unconscious guy, you're just like. "Arr!"
No, like the guy
one
who
who
just
just
ran
jumped.
over.
Oh, okay. Make an attack
Let's
then.
say it's
Yeah.
the brunette and the blonde guy.
Can
yeah.
I make an athletics check to do a bull rush?
Oh, sure. If you're gonna take Pippi with you.
I guess Is it bull rush or push?
Yeah, knock him onto
It'd be
yellow.
a push.
All right, then I'm gonna try athletics to.
You're
push.
gonna knock him onto the yellow platform.
And that is a 20 total.
Okay, so yeah, well, you're re-knocking the blonde guy back to yellow.
Yes.
He lands and he's like, "Tunk."
Yeah.
So yeah, he's just kind of like the scrawny like elf dude, and you just shove him back to yellow,
With
and
my
he's like, no, what are you doing? All right.
I would like to raise that platform now.
So he's like, no. He's like, no. And you just hear like a mosquito thing, like,
Yellow tufts of hair come flying.
and there's like this like stick that's half on fire that comes rolling off the top of it.
Oh no!
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, this is a fun game.
Hugs is just like, I like this game.
Yeah, and you hear Maiden's voice from over the intercom, and she's like, well, that was actually pretty awesome. I'm changing the rules. Every time you shock someone, 1 point.
Oh, excellent! I raised the. It's whose turn is it? It's Hug's turn.
I think it's your turn now.
It's my
I
turn.
want to raise the blue.
Okay, blue guys goes.
Okay, you raise the blue,
Yes.
and then I'll raise green.
Okay.
Oh, that poor guy.
Actually, wait, no, I changed my mind.
Okay.
Can I change my mind?
Sure.
I want to raise red, because then I'll get a bunch of points.
Oh yeah, because you get shot for yeah.
She'll get 2 points.
All right.
Or 3 points.
So yeah. So you see like the blue just randomly go up with a guy, and then all of a sudden like Hugs, you start going up.
Hugs raised an eyebrow. It's just like, I have no idea why this is happening.
Oh no, somebody raised the thing.
Make another Constitution saving throw.
A total of 16.
Okay. So you manage to keep your footing again.
Mm-hmm.
And you take 3 electric sort of damage from
All
that.
right.
So yeah, so you shock 3 people, and you hear Maiden go, Pippi Farewell, 4 points.
Hugs is just like, oh, sorry for the podcast audience. He's looking all shifty-eyed, like, what is happening?
Hugs makes a really good face.
You see the yellow dude and the red dude like make eye contact, and they're like, let's just do it, man. And yellow reaches out and boops the button, and red boops the button again. So both of these guys go up. And so they just make eye contact as they get electrocuted, and both of them go limp.
Oh no, it's a suicide pact.
Yeah, but he got
Hugs
hit
is
again.
definitely really confused.
No.
All right, Hugs again.
All right, that one is a 19.
Okay, you're still holding Pippi up on
Yeah.
your shoulders, like maintaining your balance.
Yeah.
I would like to get off now.
You can just jump.
Because I'm concerned about those other individuals, I won't check on Yellow.
Oh yeah, yellow's completely passed out.
I
at
just
this
want to
point.
check wink on Yellow. Wink. I'm going to go check on him. I'm going to go to that platform. Hugs, you
All right.
stay here.
Hugs lets her down and is just like, very well, I shall tend to this one.
Okay.
When she gets on yellow, I raise it.
Oh no.
I give you a death glare.
Hugs looks over and is just like, why did your platform raise? Or actually, he'll just be like, how is he?
He's fine. He's a little annoyed.
Hugs is gonna walk over to Green to be able to get up on the same level as Pip, so he can ask her that question.
Can I stand on top of his corpse?
Oh man.
Yes, you can. So Pippi jumps on top, and you just see the bottom like start to spasm, and Pippi's like, chill.
But he gets shot too now, doesn't he?
Yeah,
my
another
gosh.
Constitution.
That's so great. That one is a 14.
All right, this time you actually, it'll just take your movement, I guess.
All right.
Yeah. So you're all tingly, and you manage to like stay
It's like,
standing.
whoa. He sees like Pippi standing on top of him. And he's just like, I am unfamiliar with your ways.
This is a really advanced healing technique.
I'm gonna make an insight. Yeah. Like,
Yeah. Actually, as you push the green button, you hear Maiden go, Hugs, 2 points.
Hugs just is like, why?
Because every time you shock yourself, you get a point.
I see.
And
It's not wrong.
and Talvar says he raises blue platform, so that goes up again. All right, Pippi and Hugs.
I'm
We'll
just
let
having
Pippi
fun
go
with
first.
it, by the way.
Okay, so I'm gonna raise the green one again, cause just for fun.
You see Pippi point a stick to you, and the end turns green, and like a light goes under your feet, and you start going up.
Hugs is gonna raise an eyebrow.
And as Hugs looks over, there's like the guy on the blue square right now, and you just see him like goes face first. Hugs take another. And
That's a 24 total on that one.
All right, you're so focused as this. You take one more point of electric.
All right, Hugs is gonna slowly look down towards Pip.
Or straight at her, because you're on the ground now.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, he's still down.
Yeah, true.
He's going to slowly look down towards Pip and just be like, who got points on that?
And you hear Maiden go,
Pippi, 2 points.
Oh, what? That's not how the game works. It looks like
I
she
see.
doesn't know how this game works. How unfortunate for you.
Hugs is going to go over to the yellow platform.
you're on it with Pippi.
Does it raise or not?
You have to touch the button. You want to do that?
Well, Hugs probably doesn't realize that he has to touch the button, but he's going to, like, go over to Pip, who...
You do have a wand, though.
I do? Oh, yeah, that's right.
I gave you a wand.
And you just would have been holding it.
Then instead of going over to her, he's going to be like, he's going to point it at the yellow platform.
Up goes Pippi.
Well, I mean, now I'm going to...
Hugs, like, watches her go up. And he's just like, I see. This stick controls the ground. And he'll point it towards red.
I'm still on that dude.
Yeah, you're still on this guy, but...
You do get points, though.
Yes. You can only cast it one thing at a time.
Okay.
Yeah, so you start... green.
Talvar, 2 points.
Unknown, 2 points.
And so you're on this upper, and there's like a bunch of people watching and cheering, and like Maiden's finally got clever, and she's like, wait, who did? And she makes eye contact.
I'm literally just sitting there laughing the whole time.
Maiden looks over to you and she says, drop the stick.
Drop the mic.
I throw it in.
Okay.
I don't stop laughing when I throw the stick.
You're just laughing hysterically.
Do I get those points because I gave him the wand?
Oh my gosh.
Just kidding. I didn't do it, Maiden. I'm a good person.
All right. And this time the electric shock is intense enough it starts to shock Pippi.
Oh, Jesus.
I know.
I only had 7 HP.
I rolled 18 on my constitution
Yeah,
check.
Pippi, make a constitution
Oh,
saving throw.
Jesus. This little girl's dead. I got okay. 15 plus 1, so I got 16.
Yeah.
All right, so you're fine, but you both take 3 damage.
Oh,
I'm like dead.
She's got 4 hit points left.
Yeah.
all right. So we both go back down. Okay, so Hugs is going to, as he's... Oh, man, would Hugs be smart enough to do this?
I'm visually in pain, my man.
Hugs is going to point his wand, I guess, towards green.
Okay. Which is at, over
That's
there
the
now.
one that he's standing on.
Oh, yeah. You're going to point at your feet?
Yeah. And then as it's going up, he's going to step over to red.
Okay, yeah.
You could go to red first. Okay.
But he's just like... And he's just like walking off to make sure that he can walk off of it as it's raising, because he's just going to be like, oh, all right.
It hurts. I'm going to move to red.
All right, the halfling runs towards you, Hugs.
Hey, buddy. I'm sorry.
So Hugs is basically like kind of starting to feel that competitive like thing from Pippi. And he's just like, very well. This is now a competition. And takes his foot and pushes it against her to push her back on yellow like he did with that one person.
Yeah.
And point the wand towards yellow.
What? I haven't done my thing yet, though.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh,
You
okay,
can
sorry.
Well,
Yeah.
I was gonna use I'm gonna use minor illusion,
Okay.
and I'm gonna say this is one's for you, Hugs, and I go back and I jump on. He sees that I jump onto yellow and it goes up. And can I minor illusion like one on blue then?
Okay, and where would you go?
I'm on the one that's with him, so
And
there are
then
two
I
of
see
us
her
now.
like flick her wand, and then a copy of her appears on blue.
Yep.
Sure, I'm on blue now, but I'm also with you on red.
Hugs will glance back and forth between the two of them, and I guess he'll attempt to see. I guess we'll see if he disbelieves the illusion.
Okay.
So
That's fine.
What's the saving throw on that?
Intelligence.
Wisdom? Intelligence?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be funny.
It's gonna be rough.
Well, he rolled an 11.
Yeah. I would say that's fair enough that you're deceived just a little bit by this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna
God.
instead of immediately pushing you away from him, he's gonna reach out and attempt to touch you on the head, like just like put his hand on your head.
And you go like,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's just this like squeak, and you see him kind of like raise an eyebrow and is ready to like just push you to where you go rolling backwards.
Oh no!
But that was his turn was to check if you were in front of him.
Dang it. Okay.
Hugs is gonna push you.
I guess I am pushed because I'm a.
Yeah, I haven't done it.
Oh,
yet,
okay.
so
Yeah, you can choose.
You have a
You
turn
can do something.
to do whatever.
Okay. Can I use thunderclap?
Yes, thunder wave, and then Hugs just whoa.
Can I do that?
Sure.
Can I thunderclap and run away?
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, you squeak Pippi, and then just like an explosion of sound.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
I'm so glad.
So Constitution.
Yeah, make a Constitution saving throw.
Whoopah.
That is a total of 16.
So you beat it.
Okay, so he beats it. Constitution is one of his higher saving
That's
throws.
preted good.
But you scare the crap out of him.
Yeah, no, like he probably is just like kind of wide-eyed,
It's like, oh no, you obviously found the fake one.
as the person under his hand says. Oh my gosh. All right.
That's an intricate trick.
Yeah. So she booms loudly.
Yeah.
Hugs is kind of like, ah. He probably kind of jumps a little bit, and that probably is what results in him kind of pushing away.
Oh no!
So yeah, I'll just make another athletics push check.
Am I on yellow now?
If he pushes you.
Oh, okay.
16 total. She can oppose it with athletics or acrobatics, probably.
Ooh, I might have acrobatics. 19 plus 2.
Hey, look at
She
that!
did it. She ducks underneath.
Yeah.
All right.
Can I duck underneath him and push him a little bit?
She's gonna counter push Hugs. All right, do it.
All right.
I do it.
Make an athletics strength check.
Okay, athletic strength check. 5 minus 2.
16 with just to resist with
She
strength.
pushes herself back.
Yeah, you roll underneath and you're like, hell yeah, and you shove like on his back of his legs and he doesn't go anywhere.
Hugs will like turn her around and just be like, I admire your tenacity.
My feet are like on the ground, like.
I want to say you give so much effort into like pushing into him that you actually almost do propel yourself back.
I probably did,
Make
yeah.
a reflex saving throw to see if you don't
Shoot.
fall
Oh my
over.
God.
Okay,
Gosh.
I did get a 3, so this is fair. 9. 9.
All right, so you stumble back and fall on the red button. It goes up in the air.
Oh man.
Constitution check, right?
No, not
it's
yet.
not adjacent.
Oh, not yet.
Hugs will kind of look down at you and just be like, very well. And he'll jump down over to yellow and point his wand at blue.
Okay, yeah.
Hugs, my friend.
Oh no, Hugs has figured it out. So he shocks basically like 2 unconscious people and you.
Okay, and my hologram, and I want to make her look like she's dead.
Oh, all right. You killed Pippi number 2.
And she makes it very audible. And then I say, and then I just kind of like stand behind him.
Well, you still have to do your save.
Oh, I do have to see if I die or not. Constitution. So 4.
So you stand up, and that's when Hugs shoots the thing. It goes up. You get shocked. You fall back on the button. Or it goes back up again. And you take only 1 point of damage.
Only 1?
And you can have your turn now.
Okay. So blue did go up though, and we did get shocked,
And
correct?
then everything went back down.
Okay,
Yeah.
I want to make it look very obvious that Pippi number 2 is dead.
Okay.
You murdered Pippi.
And also, I want to fake that I'm dead on my side, so we're both dead.
Hugs is just like, I have won.
Wait, doesn't she have to announce the points?
Yeah, she gave Hugs 3 points. Yes.
Oh, dang it.
3 points.
You see, Hugs is like, I don't mean to disagree, but there are 4.
And you just hear like. Okay, yeah.
I definitely still look dead, though.
Okay, you can use your spell or anything if you want this turn before
it-
Hugs goes again.
Yeah, it's your turn, correct? Or is it
No,
my
it's-
turn?
It's your turn.
It's my
Yeah.
turn? So, I do have a knife.
This just got serious.
No, I'm not going to use a knife. I could use Thunderclap again. And then
Okay.
try to put him on yellow. Isn't green still up?
Thunderclap doesn't push me. It just does damage,
Yeah,
right?
you'd have to use Thunder Wave.
That's right. Can I jump onto Hugs' back
Yeah.
and then raise Blue?
Okay. Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
All right. Yeah. Make an acrobatics check to see if you land on his
I
shoulders or just
will.
fall past him.
Or just
She just
jump.
like takes fall damage and just goes unconscious.
Oh no. Okay. Please be a good roll. 12 plus 2.
That's good enough.
All right. Thank God.
So you just all of a sudden Hugs, you're just like, and she points a wand over. Blue goes up, shocks 2 unconscious people, and you hear Maiden go, Pippi, 2 points. Okay, I think that's enough now.
They just keep getting shocked.
No, you've actually seen like the guy on Blue, like his cloak is on fire.
He's charred. Oh no. I'm sorry, Talvar. This is probably very painful for you to watch.
I've been enjoying myself.
It was a lot more fun when I had the wand, but
So, yeah, they Maiden says, "All right, Pippi's in first place, and Hugs is in second."
Yay!
Hugs nods, like looks over at you and nods, and it's just like, well done.
I'm on your back.
Like he's just like, well done.
Good job, Hugs. We did a great job.
All right, and do into the future.
in the future.
No, we just rolled over. So, Hugs, you're in the crowd,
Yes.
and you're staring eye to eye. Not eye to eye, but like you're staring down at, and something's staring up at you. You're looking down at a velociraptor. And it's just looking at you, and you're looking at it. And it turns and runs back into a maze. And then all of a sudden, that's when you hear Talvar go, "Oh, no, no."
No. Except for when it yells.
What?
My character won't yell.
All right, you just hear Talvar go,
You just see me take off.
and there's this like little, like tiny, like they're smaller than like huge velociraptors, but yeah, there's like this like actual dinosaur chasing you through this
Oh
maze.
my God, this is awesome. It's a maze.
And you hear Coral, like he's standing up above the hedges, and he's like, "Whoever finds both halves of the disc wins. Let's do this."
Okay.
Hugs is probably cheering like the loudest.
How tall are the maze walls?
They're about 10 feet.
10 feet. How tall are the velociraptors?
They're about 4.
4.
So they're about eye to eye with you, I guess.
Okay.
So, Talvar, you've got a velociraptor chasing you. You can make an athletics check, or you can make a hide check into like the bushes, or you can turn and punch it in the face, whatever.
I've got 2 scimitars.
Well, all right. Your blades are enchanted right now to be blunt, so you're not going to kill these things, but you'll still do your damage.
Dang it, I
but-
wanted to kill these things.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna try and just run away from it. So I guess acrobatics,
Or athletics, probably.
athletics.
That would
one
be to
is-
outrun it. Acrobatics might be like climbing up over the hedge.
I'll try that.
Okay. Do
Oh, it's a
acrobatics.
hedge.
Yeah.
Can we cut through it?
You can dive through them. Yeah.
Ah. That would just make me more confused.
17.
All right. So you jump, and then you land on the other side, and there's a raptor that's like also coming down this side. So make a hide check.
17.
All right. So like you jump over the ledge, and there's another one coming at you, and you just like slowly back away, and that's when you see out of the other hedge, like Pippi poke her face out, and you two are looking at each other now.
Awesome.
I retract.
I just watch her go, and I'm
You
just
see,
like,
what my theory is, if I keep my hand on the right side of the maze at all time and just keep going forward, I will never get lost.
Oh.
And just keep going forward. That's one thing that I know.
That's a thing.
I'm going to do that.
Okay. So how the mechanics of this maze are going to work is you can use survival to try to like navigate the way through it, and you can use acrobatics and athletics to get away, and sneak is to like turn invisible in the spot.
Like fade into the bush.
And you can also use investigate if you want to try to figure out where other players are.
Okay.
So this is a skill-based challenge, more so than just combat. So
Excellent.
I think at this point us and our players are pretty much acquainted with almost every role you can do.
That's
Right.
right.
So yeah, that's the point of this session. So
Good. All right.
I'm trying to think of how I could find the discs,
Discs.
because they're just hidden. The halves of the disc that we're supposed to find, they're just hidden somewhere in the maze.
Yep.
May I? Is it possible to climb up the hedges
yeah,
and
Sit
go
on
onto
top?
the top and just run across the top of them?
I guess so.
Can I? Here, it says
So,
that your
like
turn,
as you're trying to
Talvar.
run across, you
that's-
might fall into them, but because they
Oh.
aren't like solid. But
They're
Gotcha. I
hedges.
just
Like a
want to
video
look.
game
I just
hedge.
want to look
Yeah.
out above it.
okay,
Oh, yeah.
so yeah, you climb up there, and like you immediately see like a bunch of raptors like, woof, And they all look at you and they start doing that weird barking thing. Whatever.
Oh no.
And
I need
there's
to assert my authority to these raptors.
and yeah, you see a man in leather armor, just bedazzled with gems, and he sleds to a stop and he's like, "Oh, hello there. What are you doing?"
What are you? Well, hi there. What's your name?
Yeah, Zephyr. Fun. Nice to meet you. Hello.
Zephyr,
Yeah.
you're the fine gentleman. Let's team up against Talvar. I heard that guy's here.
Yeah.
He did hit you in the face with a rock.
Hey, I hit him
Also-
in the back with a rock, and he hit me in the head with a rock.
I saw that fight go down. That was unfair for you.
Oh yeah. Have you seen him?
Yes, I did.
Where is he?
Look right to your left.
Oh, hey. And he runs up to you and tries to grapple you.
Pippi's just the ultimate, like, I will get this one to fight my battles for me.
All
I
right,
mean,
go.
I can't do literally anything
This
else.
is perfect.
Roll acrobatics. Or,
I'm only a
or
little
strength if you want to try to.
I can't. I have no strength. Like that'd be the worst thing ever. 17
All right.
for acrobatics.
So yeah, he like tries to grapple you, and you just kind of like slide out of the way, and he's just like, "Hey, we're cool, right?"
He's so chill.
Zephyrs that dude.
I just nod at him.
He's like, "All right, yeah, you want to work together against her?"
I just look at her and shrug.
He hands you a rock.
I go,
My character actually starts laughing.
Oh, that's awesome.
so I'm gonna. Is it my turn?
Yes.
I'm gonna assert my authority to these raptors,
What?
and I'm
Handle
gonna do
animal.
thunderclap.
Oh,
You're just gonna scare him? Okay.
I don't. Will it scare him or will it be like, respect, this tiny thing can scream really loud like we can? Oh, amazing, she's one of us and as tall as us.
just one of us now.
I think you'd have to do handle animal if you want to
Handle
be on
animal?
their side.
Can I do that?
Or intimidate.
I want to. Well, which one will get them on my side? Handle animal?
In theory, both.
Yeah.
Both?
Yeah.
But
Can I
intimidate
do
has a higher
intimidate
chance
then?
of making him run away.
All right, let's see. Oh, that's a 19.
All right. So you look up at one of the raptors and you just give like your most ferocious little roar at it.
She just squeaks at it.
and yeah, it's like rawr. Okay. So you seem to have its attention.
Okay, good.
What are you
And I
gonna-
just point to those fools.
It turns and looks at you, and Zephyr's like, I think that's the bigger problem. And he throws a rock at the raptor.
I'll do the same.
Awesome.
All right, roll your.
Zephyr, rock thrower
As this is
extraordinaire.
happening, I want to get down and run the opposite direction.
You throw a rock and it goes straight up in the air. It comes back and hits you. Roll for d4.
Oh, that's awesome.
You bonk yourself for 4 damage.
Wow.
roll for bonk damage.
So Zephyr throws a rock and you throw a rock and he's like, where'd yours go?
He's just on the ground next to him. He's like rubbing his head.
As he's saying that, then all of a sudden something's like, doof, out the top of your head and he's like, nice. Nice. Okay.
You can distinctly hear Hugs laughing from the audience.
I'm just like looking up in the air, like looking in my head, like
It's like Hugs has just cursed you.
I just pull out my
that's awesome.
scimitar instead.
All right. Pippi, go ahead and roll an investigation check or
Investigation
survival.
check? All right.
So investigation's used to like look at something and try to figure out what happened there,
Sure.
or what's going on.
Can I make a Can I do something for this
Oh, sure.
instead? I want to get down and then disguise myself as a raptor with my hold on with my minor illusion. Can I do that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, that's within 5 feet of me. I
Yeah.
think.
If anything touches you, then the illusion will pop away, I guess. But
All right.
I think it's fine.
I think from a distance it's pretty effective.
Yeah.
So
You're a
do that.
raptor now.
I'm a raptor.
Okay.
All right. And I think that's
Changer.
I think that's what I do then.
You're
Okay.
not doing the
Okay.
investigate thing?
I mean I can, but I think I run out of time, right, if I'm doing that.
You can also investigate. Skill checks can usually be done in addition, unless if they're super lengthy.
Gotcha.
So
All
you
right,
turn
I'll
into a raptor and
investigate.
you take off in the maze.
All right. Investigate is
Intelligence maze.
intelligence.
Yep.
So plus 0. 19.
Wow.
You're like rar, 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 and you turn the corner and you see like this like green disc in the shape of like the yin yang symbol, and you find half of it.
Nice.
Oh, snap.
Rar, rar, rar.
Just hear, go Velociraptor.
I would like to put it in my satchel.
Nice.
Is that going to be canon that Hugs will never not believe her minor illusion?
There you go.
I love that. That's a good canon.
It's like she's just a shape-shifting little thing,
Yeah.
isn't she?
So Zephyr pulls you in close, and he's like, all right, this is what we're going to do.
All right.
And then he just takes off running.
He's like every 80s cool guy.
So, all right, here's the plan.
Also, as he's like running, you hear him just like whistling, and then you hear like raptor noises all around. And Talvar, it's your turn.
These two are gonna have a great relationship.
Oh, it's gonna be ongoing for sure.
Just every time he sees him, are we good?
And you just nod.
All right. So, no, she'd already be gone. I was going to say I want to see if I can tell through her illusion before she takes off.
I was on the other side of the hedge, yeah.
Yeah, I pictured that. So,
All right,
no,
so
yeah,
I'm going to try and go through the bush, like jump
Alright.
through it. So acrobatics, I guess. All right, so I got a 21.
All right, so yeah, you jump and dive
nice.
and roll through this hedge. And you're totally fine. On this other side, no raptors. You're okay.
You did it.
Yep. And this is a section of the hedge you haven't really been in before, so you might be onto something here. Pippi, what would you like to do?
I would like to keep going forward, but away from them, and keep track with my little paw on the right side of the
See
maze.
a raptor walking down the wall.
It's like a little claw. It's like, that one's not a raptor.
I am hugging the side of the wall, but I am aware of people that are around me. Like
All right.
I want to know.
You maybe have lost sight of them, kind of, but you know roughly where they are. Go ahead and make a survival check.
Okay, survival check. 16 plus 2,
Perfect.
18.
So you're navigating this maze. Also make a perception check.
Perception. All right, so that's nat 1. Fun.
All right. So
Plus
Hugs,
2.
like you see like this raptor that's got his hand out and running towards you, and you're like, okay. And then like there's actually like a tripwire laid across the ground, and Hugs is just, you probably even see it.
I'm like staring at it.
And you see Pippi running towards it, and she snags it, and all of a sudden she's just like yanked into a bush and disappears.
I will burst out laughing.
Dumb raptor.
It's like, that raptor is so stupid.
I was so focused on keeping to the right. Which side of the wall did I get pulled into? Do
You're
I
like-
even know?
No, you're a little bit lost, but you're like kind of tangled up in this bush and like this weird like rope contraption.
Shoot.
And so to get out of that, you'd have to roll, I think, acrobatics.
Acrobatics is great. 12 plus 2, so 14.
Okay, that's pretty good. You start to wiggle your way out of here,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when you just hear, hey.
Oh.
And Zephyr just like leans in and he's like, you're not a dinosaur.
I want to.
Roll a deception.
You're not a dinosaur. Rawr. Okay, maybe you are.
Oh no. 16 plus 4?
20.
20?
God.
Wait.
Yeah, so Zephyr just stops for a second. He's like, what? and then that's when Talvar, you walk up and you just see Zephyr's ass sticking out of a bush.
Man, that is one nice.
Yeah.
Baby. All bejeweled and stuff. It's like a bedazzle. Bedazzle.
I'm going to walk up beside him and stick my head in to see what's going on.
I disagree.
You just stick your head in and he's like, oh, hey, I was waiting for you. Is this a dinosaur?
What do I have to roll to check?
Players technically don't have to roll against each other. So, yeah, you know it's Pippi.
Oh,
The
no.
leaves aren't molding around my form. Like,
Oh, that's hilarious.
yeah.
I just look at her and go, yep, it's a dinosaur.
Roll deception.
The twist. What a twist.
22.
So Zephyr's like,
That's awesome.
well, f me, I guess. And he just leaves.
Oh, no.
He really trusts you, Talvar. And I say, thank you.
That is so funny.
So Zephyr leaves. What do you two do?
I'm going to go out on the other side of the bush because I want to
Okay.
get out.
Talvar?
I'll cut the string.
Okay,
and
you
then
cut her
walk
loose.
away.
Oh. And I say, thank you, my friend. I like held my hand out for a fist bump awkwardly, and he just walked away.
You just hear,
Owned.
Talvar, as you walk away from the bush, make a reflex saving throw.
19.
All right,
Ooh,
that's
nice.
good enough. You like take a step back and your foot slides a little bit, and then you look down and there's marbles all over the floor. And you see Zephyr just like.
what a rogue. Oh, it's perfect.
What a little trickster.
I'm going to pick up the marbles and stick them in my backpack.
He just individually picks up all the
no,
marbles.
like not all of them. Just like take a handful and throw them in my back, and then
All right.
I want these.
Oh, that is so funny. I love this character you've created.
This is pretty great.
Pippi, you step out of the bush and you hear that same raptor from before go, rar?
And I go, rar.
It shrugs and leaves, I guess. Both of you get to make investigations or survival or something.
Oh, awesome.
8.
17.
All right. So you start navigating the maze, and that's when like you are coming down to like this like T shape in the intersection, and then you both around the same corner at the same time, you and Zephyr, and then you both turn and look and see the other plate, and he looks in your hands and looks
Wait,
at the
me
plate.
and Zephyr?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
And she's got the other plate in her satchel.
Yeah. So it's probably hidden, right?
He thinks I'm a raptor.
Well, I think your illusion's gone at this point.
All right, my illusion's gone, so I can minor illusion another thing then. I'm
Make
gonna
an illusion
minor
making
illusion a bigger, sparklier one, and then throw it in another direction.
Where's the ball boy? Go get it.
All right, roll a deception.
Oh my gosh.
Do I see any of this
Tail
happening?
starts
Roll a
wagging.
perception for you.
Okay.
Deception for you, perception,
Deception,
for you.
all right.
I would love it if Ty's the only one who fell for it and dived for it.
12.
I got a 16.
Oh, it's not great.
So, you're behind this hedge that's like you actually hear like talking through this hedge, and you hear Zephyr going like, "Nah, fool me once." And you poke your head through this bush, and you see a thing on the wall, and then also the other one in Pippi's satchel or whatever.
Oh, he sees it?
Yep,
I
you
do have
see-
a small satchel.
You see both halves, and you're in the middle of them.
I'm going to sprint for the one that they don't have.
I think you easily enough run up and get it.
Okay.
Yeah, Zephyr's just looking around, and he's looking at the one you threw. He's like, "Why'd you do that?"
And I want to sprint the opposite direction. I want to
Just, like, away?
I want to dive into a bush and just
Oh
run,
my
just book
gosh.
it.
All right, he chases after you.
Oh, well, no, I definitely want to run then. What do I have to roll?
Athletics.
Athletics? Okay.
See if
Oh,
your little
no.
legs will carry.
No, wait. Can I do something? This is going to be tricky. I want to
Okay.
dive into the bush, you see, and then have another Pippi running, just standing on the other side.
Okay,
Okay? Can I do that?
sure.
Okay.
Deception. No, performance, I would think that time.
Performance? It's the same. It's both charisma.
Oh, okay.
So 16 plus 4, 20.
All right, so you dive into a bush and you see like Zephyr go like, "Ah, gotcha!" Poof, and he hits the ground and he's like,
I'm going the other way now.
"All right, Talvar." So you see Pippi like run this way and then starts running back the other way, and so you have the jump on Pippi, I guess.
Yeah, you definitely do. I just didn't want Zephyr to have it. Like, you're my bud.
Right now, I wish I was a rogue and could just steal it.
That's right.
Our rogue is gone.
Once we find both halves, what do we do? Like, do we just put them together?
I think so. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to chase after her and try to get her to stop.
How are you gonna try to get her to stop?
Try to grab her shoulder.
Okay, grapple check.
I have a tiny shoulder.
So you've probably figured out how grapple works from hugs, but you're gonna make a strength check, and you can make either strength or acrobatics.
I do acrobatics.
Well, I got a 17, so.
Oh,
Fif-
athletics, yeah.
15.
Oh.
Uh-oh, Pippi, he's got a hold of you.
My little legs are flailing.
He like lifted you off the ground like,
No.
I'm just going to try and take the other half from her satchel.
You can fight over it over a direct strength check, unless if you've got anything you can do, or he might just take it out of your bag.
I want to scream at him.
thunderclap. It's her like rape whistle practically. It's just like,
It's my defense mechanism.
All right, do
When
it.
someone
just
grabs
screams
me.
real loud.
So I do it then.
All
I
right.
want to turn around and I want to go smack.
All right, Talvar, roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, God.
I love that part
Rape
about
whistle.
it. Yeah, it's like a rape whistle.
6.
All right, you take 1d6 damage. So roll a d6, and he'll take that much.
D6?
Yep.
All right, let's see.
It's like just his face is struck by a thunderous sound.
3.
All right, you take 3 damage.
A 6 would have killed me.
He dies.
Just you kill him in one shot.
This is mine.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so I guess I'll like stumble backwards and then pull the other half out.
Can you
That's
do
true.
that?
I guess it would just hit him.
My half is in my bag.
That's true.
Oh, so you stumbled back and you start pulling out your half of the
Oh,
Yeah.
your half.
Oh, I see. So you're
okay.
you two are standing across
I said
from each other.
I turn around and I say, "Can we tie?" to Crow or whatever his name is.
Coral.
Coral.
Yeah, like he's kind of like standing up. He's like, "What do you mean tie?"
And then
I just hold
I
the half out
immediately
with the broken half facing her.
yeah, and then I put it up against his.
like connecting the halves.
We'll both eat the
You just hear the
poisonous
entire
berries.
audience.
So, yeah, you guys are like in this like.
No, actually, when he's holding it out, can I just grab it?
Sleight of hand.
Are you gonna do that to him?
Oh, that would be
Okay.
so funny.
No, wait, I need to consider.
I can see her character actually doing
I
that.
can do that. I'm gonna grab it and put it against
that's
mine.
perfect. That's perfect.
All right, if you're gonna yank it out of his hand, that's a strength check.
Oh God.
I think.
Oh my god.
He is very haphazardly holding it though.
Yeah, and I failed horribly on the roll. You got
Okay.
it for sure.
Strength.
Yeah.
She does have -2 strength.
That's true.
Oh God.
You have to beat an 8.
15.
15.
Yep. So she just like jerks it out of my hand, and I'm like,
And I got over my head. Pippi wins.
You just hear like, dang, that's cold.
You hear over your shoulder, he's like, yeah, she got me too. You turn around and
Like a
say,
conniving little thing. Oh, that's awesome.
oh, yeah. And you hear Lord Coral go, well, I guess that's all. So he's like, yeah, thanks for participating for the day.
Thanks, I guess.
And he's like, but before all of you turn in for the night, remember, there's one last feast in the dining hall. So enjoy.
Hugs is already heading his way there.
my guy's just holding his head while stumbling out of the maze.
I want to hold my hand out to shake his hand. Very good. That was a good game.
I just glare at her and keep moving.
Oh man.
And you guys are back in the dining hall.
Yes.
There's people serving, and man, you guys are tired from the day, and you hear people chattering about like just like the craziness of what happens. Like they're like, that hug guy threw an entire boulder. So, and yeah, you guys are all kind of like at your separate little tables or whatever, but you're all close enough that you can talk if you like. And that's when the three of you are sitting kind of in a triangular shape, and all of you guys are eating like soup or whatever, and like almost simultaneously, all three of you drop your spoons in the bowls, and there's like a moment of like what can only be described as like just extreme loss that you feel, like very brief, but like almost if you like lost a parent or something, and then all of you are back to normal randomly, but there's like this lingering like disappointment or something. And all of you easily
I'm
recognize.
having a heart attack.
Everybody just had a simultaneous stroke, I think.
I
you
just
three.
pick up the bowl and drink it.
Apparently the spoon is an illusion too. It's like I like he'll look over
in
and
the
it's just like,
Matrix.
twiddle fingers. What have you done with my spoon?
It's magic. No, I don't know what happened. Did anyone else get this overwhelming feeling of dread and disappointment?
Yes, it was like the day I was told I wasn't going to fight.
And then you did.
Oh yeah.
What's going on?
My character's just slurping all his food.
I think it only happened to you and I. He seems unaffected.
No, like he's very heartily shoving the food in his mouth now, whereas before he was just calmly eating it.
Well,
He must be hungry.
I want to yell up at Maiden. Where's Maiden?
So she's been around, but currently isn't. You can't find her right now.
Or like Greycastle or Coral? None of them are to be seen?
No, like they made an appearance earlier, but they kind of left and went to go eat on their own.
I guess I'll eat my soup then. I don't know what's going on here.
Hugs will poke the spoon a couple of times and then try and pick it up again.
You're fine now.
He's convinced
Very
it's
well.
fake.
And he will continue to eat.
All right. And you guys kind of enjoy your food and everything. That's also when the ground seems to shake a little bit, like not like an earthquake, but almost like just like one big explosion or something had vibrated across the city. And that's actually when you see like Lord Coral stride back into the room. He's like, there's no need to panic. That was just an interesting thing. Never mind. And he goes back away.
Hugs is just looking over like, okay. He seems weird.
I feel like there is need to panic.
And everyone starts chattering, and that's when like a thunderous wave of like a storm starts hitting the side of Polestar Castle, and like it's raining the hardest you've ever seen it rain. there is water like coming out like under the doors. It's so heavy.
Whoa, you guys, what's going on here?
It's called a storm. We have them quite often here.
Yeah, but not like this. And I want to get up on top of the table to avoid the water.
Okay, yeah.
Because I know it's going to
Did you
keep
see
coming.
a mouse? I need to know this.
Does he have a secret horrifying fear of mice?
Tiny rodents.
Ooh, next thing to make appear.
My guy jumps to the window to see what's outside.
Well, these are stained glass windows.
Okay,
You
then
see
he goes and
nothing.
opens the door.
Yeah. So like it's almost impossible to see anything. The sky is perfectly clear and there are no clouds. Yet there's like a torrent of water just like coming down from nowhere.
What do you see?
Huh. Water.
Yes, it's called rain.
Is it coming from the... What's going
I swear,
on?
have either of you two ever been outside?
My guy just shakes his head and then tries to find Coral.
All right. When you say find Coral, do you mean like take off into the castle?
Like, head towards whatever way he went.
Well, if he's going to
Alright.
go find him, I'm going to follow him.
I will follow to protect these poor, naive souls.
These idiots. That
Don't know what a rain is.
Don't know what a rain is.
Let alone multiple.
That's right. Rains.
So everyone's kind of freaking out about the rain, and some of them are just like splashing around in it because it hasn't rained here in quite a while, actually.
I redact my previous statement about how it happens often.
Try to make a survival check.
God damn.
All of us?
Yeah.
17.
20.
9.
All right.
Not a nat 20, but with
Yeah.
my... Yeah.
So Talvar and Pippi are like expertly just like navigating around, and Hugs is like, I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. Basically, I'm just kind of following. Hugs has probably never been in like a castle before, so he's probably just like, I'll assume they know where they're going. After all, they have spent their entire lives inside.
Cold. Whole life's traveling over here.
So you guys are navigating around this castle, and then you get to this like stairwell that goes like all the way straight up the castle, and just using your knowledge of like when you last heard a sound and where he might be going, you actually find this stairwell and go all the way up to the top of Polestar Castle. And as you guys get to the top, like Hugs, you hear like, hey, where are we going?
I'll turn around.
Yeah, it's Sparkly, dude. Sparkly Zephyr.
Sparkles, you have joined us.
He's like,
I
yeah, you
ignore
guys
him
are
and
doing
keep
some weird
going.
stuff.
Guys,
I love
it's
Zephyr.
guys, it's Sparkles.
Did he just say, it's Zephyr? Can we see them, or are we at the very top and he's not near us?
No, you guys can see him.
Okay.
You-
It's Zephyr! You're such a good sport!
You're such a good cheater.
Thank you! It's how I get by.
Your body made the most wonderful weapon earlier.
That's right.
He puts on like the most like exaggerated frown he can.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, we have a rogue again, everybody. It's great.
You walk up to the top of Polestar Castle, and there are 6 big cut diamond looking orifices around this room, and each one is about like 5 feet tall and 5 feet wide. And they are looking in basically the cardinal directions. And Lord Coral is looking through one that's pointed towards the southeast, towards the Ravenlands. And he doesn't know you're here yet, despite you guys chattering. And when you look through these crystal, I'm just going to call them kind of like mirrors or something, like scrying mirrors, you guys can actually see like a zoomed out version of the Ravenlands, and there's like a battle going on all over like the shorelines, and like there's this geyser in the background.
Well, now we know where the water's coming from.
Yeah, it's where
Can
the
we
rain
see
is.
who's fighting?
That's a little bit foggy just because like if it's raining hard here, over there it's a disaster. But what you can tell is there's like some people that are clothed in like nomadic sort of garb, just like random furs or whatever, and then there's another group of people that are in this like dark plate mail. So you can kind of tell the two difference between the groups, but you're not sure who they are. And that's when all of a sudden the clouds kind of separate, and you see like this 6-winged creature in the sky, and it unfurls its wings, and like this cloud of black something goes across the battlefield. You can't tell exactly from this distance. It's like using a telescope, basically. And after this cloud washes across the battlefield, all of the people that are in dark plate mail are all prone, and all that's left are the nomadic people.
I'm a nomadic people.
Yeah, not like the elk people.
Okay,
but
good.
Yeah. So, and the only reason I say nomadic is like, it looks like they carry everything on their back and that kind of thing.
Gotcha.
So Coral seems enraptured in this image. And then after that, like, that winged creature fades away and then the battlefield just kind of goes black. And that's when Coral steps back and he realizes you three are here.
Hey, buddy. Hey there.
He's like, you four followed me up to the private scrying room where visitors aren't allowed.
Just kind of smile at him.
It wasn't locked, buddy.
And he just smiles out at you four.
She's like, she has a point.
You actually left it open, I think.
He's like, well, I was awfully distracted, but I would like to say to you four, rather impressive these past couple of days.
Thank you.
He looks over for a moment and he's like, I'm supposed to announce this tomorrow, but would you four like to be my champions?
I just
I
nod.
thought it was only one per person.
Yeah, Coral actually loses it. He's like, no, my champions are always four.
Oh, very well.
And Zephyr's just kind of like, cool, man. Like,
And he's like, all right then. In recent events, things are crazy, but we need to get a move on. So please follow me. And he turns and starts walking down the palace.
As they're going down, it's the Hugs is just like, allow me to introduce you to us. I am Hugs. This is Sparkles. This is Twiddlefingers. And this is Silent Person. Actually, I'm going to call you Silence.
Silence. All right.
the silence.
Oh, you say that to Coral?
Yes.
And he turns back around briefly and he says, your name is Hugs?
Yes! He looks as proud as he can possibly look.
I don't want to be Twiddlefingers.
He looks down at you and he's just like, perhaps something more suitable. And he ponders for a second.
One day.
One day.
And Coral just looks around and he's like, all right, yeah, let's let's go this way now. And he starts going down this and he leads you to his private quarters, which each like floor of Polestar Castle is for a different Magister. And so his is like red velvet basically everywhere and like gilded.
I will call you Velvet.
He already has a ridiculous name. No, it's Coral. No, you're Velvet now.
You're Velvet.
And so he walks back and finds four of these like long, beautiful red capes. And they each have this clasp that has his sigil on it. And he gives one to each of you. And Pippi, yours is like on the floor, basically behind you.
Hugs ties his around the waist.
You tie yours around the waist. And
I'd actually
Talvar,
do the
it fits
same.
you pretty well because you're about the same height as Coral.
I would have tied it around my waist, though.
That's fine.
So what are these again? These are just little satchels?
They're
not satchels.
No,
little
they're capes.
capes.
Sashes.
Oh,
Yeah.
capes.
Yeah,
I put it around my neck with my many scarves that I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, Lord Coral says, or Magister Coral rather, he says, this is my sigil. There's no identical, like these are the only four in the land. Anywhere I can go, you can go now. I will be calling upon you soon. You're more than welcome to make yourself at home in the guest floors here in my chambers, I guess. That sounds weird, but...
All
right.
I'll go
On
to your
each-
chambers.
Each floor is dedicated to one of the Magisters, and Coral has like a guest house in his floor. So yeah, he directs you to that, and he's like, well, I didn't think about it, but it's co-ed, I guess, so enjoy.
Very well. I will wear your sigil proudly, Velvet.
I pat him on the...
I think we'll talk about that, but whatever for now. And then you just hear like Zephyr in the back going like, this is a pretty choice. I kind of like this. And he's,
Indeed, Sparkles.
He's like, I'm definitely going to bedazzle this, but
yeah, he's like,
cool design.
So,
That's obvious.
and Magister Coral says, get some rest. I have a job for you right away. Let's get straight to it in the morning.
Sounds good.
Very well.
Make yourself at home, and you can ask the staff for anything. And with that, he turns heel and like basically rushes into his chamber. And you have a staff, like this lady that walks up immediately, and she's like, is there anything I can assist you with?
What is your name?
Please call me Amy.
Very well, Amy.
Ami.
Very well, Ami. If you are in the nature of serving us, I request a leg of mutton.
Come on, man.
And an entire leg.
Yes.
Okay, I'll be right back. And anything from you too? For you too?
I would like some apple juice, please.
Yes, that does actually sound very good. I would
very
like some as
refreshing.
well.
Or cider, whatever's in this fake world.
She takes out a parchment. 1 mutton, 2 apple juice. And you, sir?
Nothing.
She just makes eye contact. She just stares. What do you want?
Nothing.
Okay, fine. And she looks at Zephyr and says, how about you? And he's like, no, I'm good too. And she's like, okay, all right. And she returns maybe about 10 minutes or so later with your mutton and 2 apple juices.
Thank you, Amy.
She's like, anytime.
All right, now that we got rid of her, let's
Thank
go
you,
look at that
Ami.
secret room.
Secret room?
Yeah, let's look at that room that was up those spiral staircases.
If you would like to do a little bit of stuff before you go to bed, that's fine.
Is that okay? I just want to look
Yeah,
at it.
my guy's actually going to head up there and look towards the Wolfland through the viewing sphere things.
Aw,
Okay.
just to see her.
I'm a fox.
Oh, okay, just kidding.
Zephyr is like, we're going back up.
I was told that was off limits.
Tell me about yourself, big man.
Very well.
I guess it's story time then.
Yeah.
We could do this some other time.
No, you two
Yeah,
went up.
yeah.
You two
Yeah.
went up.
Okay.
I
No,
went
I,
up.
I honestly kind of like this being story time though, like around the fire, kind of share the backstory. But we can go up anyway. That's fine.
I'll let you do a little bit of both. All right, so you guys start talking, and then when you guys come down, you'll join the conversation.
Oh, sure.
So,
Okay. Yeah.
what do you guys want to do up in the room?
I want to see the wolves.
So, when you look through the wolf stone, like, it zooms into, like, the forest. Like, you can use your mind to kind of see different places. It's pretty just quiet. There's not much happening in the Wolflands. You see, like, one small trading village, but besides that, it seems pretty just normal.
I leave.
Okay.
I want to look at the Elklands because I haven't seen my family in a few years.
Okay. So you look towards the Elklands, and so the Elklands used to have a place called Stag Hall, and it was basically this huge longhouse where they had like meat and, all kinds of just delicious food. But that fell apart when the clans started to break down a little bit. So most of the people are living in a city called Snowdrift, which during the Blood Tide kind of got burnt to the ground. And so the Bear people actually moved in, helped build it out of stone, kind of reinforced it. And so the Bear people are living alongside the Elk people as well. So in Snowdrift, it's pretty quiet. Like, there is a snowstorm going on up there right now. And you actually see the mayor of the town walking around, kind of inspecting things, making sure everyone is safe. And that would be Mayor Caldwell, a man from the Elk tribe. So, and he actually has a little star with him.
Okay.
So,
Well, looks like everything's normal, I guess.
B-star.
Does
I don't
Pippi-
have. Well, we can address that in a minute. I do definitely don't have one.
Okay.
I
Oh,
don't.
yeah.
I decided that, and there's a reason. So.
okay.
So I do I not see my family, my parents?
Oh, yeah, sure.
I
Yeah.
just want to look at them.
Would you like your family to be, like, living in Snowdrift?
They should be with
yeah.
everybody else, and they're just this regular old family. They're happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So actually, your mother is like, you can see her kind of through a window, and do you have any other family, or is it just them?
Just those two. The
Okay.
rest are dead.
Oh.
The rest are dead. I mean, most
No,
of
they're
her
not
people
dead.
are
Oh.
dead.
I mean, yeah.
The Elk family, anyways.
Yeah.
Most of her people are dead.
Yeah,
so,
most
I mean,
of the Elk people are. So yeah, your mother is kind of like, she's running around the inside of the house, and she's like checking certain things and like making sure the fire is stocked. And your father is out about the city inspecting like roofs, because like the snowstorm is coming in so hard and so heavy. He's like, you know what he's doing. He's going around and making sure nothing collapses and stuff.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
he's working hard despite the snowstorm.
Good.
So
Well, cool. I'll head back down then.
okay.
Good to know my family's okay.
And so you walk back into the room and you hear
And
Zephyr
then
being
I
like,
crushed his neck with my fist. And that's how I made my first best friend.
and Zephyr's sort of wide-eyed. And he's like, you're not gonna crush my neck over, right?
No, I was told that's not the best way to meet people.
After that story, yeah.
he's got like 1,000-yard
Yeah.
stare.
And you guys walk into the room and he's like, oh, thank God. All right, so.
And you see already, like, the entire lake of mutton is gone.
Yeah.
Been gone for 2 minutes.
He's also
Like,
drank your apple juice.
it was made to be shared. It's okay. Well, hey, what were y'all talking about?
Oh, let me tell you.
We'll tell you that later. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, so how'd it go for you guys?
Well, I want to hear about what Talvar saw. Why'd you look in the wolf realm? I know you're from the fox realm.
Actually, yeah, no, Zephyr actually looks over at you and he's like, no, I kind of want to know too, man. Speak up.
Just checking to make sure there's no war.
He's like, that makes sense. And Zephyr is sounding a little bit odd. And this is where we're going to introduce insight checks, which all of you can make.
Ooh.
An insight check allows you to determine how a character is feeling or if they're lying. And it's based on the wisdom skill.
17.
3.
Fitting.
So,
Well done, Dice. You've done it again.
Hugs is oblivious.
Yes.
And I guess Talvar is having some social panic attack or whatever as Zephyr just stares you down. And that's when, Pippi, you're kind of looking at him and you're realizing he's kind of weird, like the way he's asking Talvar about this and like the inflection in his voice. And that's when you realize that like it's kind of hard to tell what like race he is or like what place he came from. He is a human standing out, but
I turn around and say, Talvar, that was... Tell me about yourself. Why are you so interested in the wolf?
you mean Zephyr?
Zephyr? What did I say? Talvar? Zephyr? Sparkles is...
Hugs immediately beams.
What's going on with you and the wolf tribe? What's your connection there?
He's like, I think we all have a connection to the wolf tribe, don't we?
Yes, but what's your connection, though?
And he says, I've just lost a lot of family to him. That's all.
Oh, jeez, now I feel terrible.
You can roll another insight check if you would like.
Okay, well, maybe he's lying. 15.
Yeah, he's full of shit.
You're full of So, what?
Oh, did you? Nice.
Yeah.
Hugs just looks over at Pip. It's like, that was rude.
Whoops.
Yeah, he's like, no, that was rude.
Seriously, though.
You're going to press this issue?
Yeah.
All right. So you can use a diplomacy check probably to try to, or intimidation or whatever you'd like
I'm
to
going to
do.
use intimidation.
This little Pippi intimidating is funny.
3.
She squeaks.
More, but
Yeah, you make a velociraptor noise. Arr, or whatever. No, what's your...
Hug suddenly recognizes, you're the idiot velociraptor.
I'll be like, oh, no, you definitely have some kind of backstory, and you're just hiding it from everybody.
He's like, all right, little one, listen, this is what we're going to do.
Little one.
I think we're going to be working together a lot here recently, and so maybe you'll get to know me, and I'll tell you about that kind of stuff. But until then, let's just be cool. All right. And he stands up, and he actually leaves and goes into the guest room.
Fair enough. I'll give
Good
him his
night,
boundaries.
Sparkles. You must be tired.
And he's like, night to you, Mutton.
Of
Okay.
us.
I like it.
Mutton's good. Well, I think I'm going to turn in for the night, fellas. I didn't get my before bed apple juice, but I'm just going to go to sleep.
Oh, don't worry. I will order you another one.
I'm going to...
Ami! Ami, I require your assistance.
And you see her like come out of the little side room, and she's like, don't be so loud now. Lord Coral's sleeping.
Juice.
What kind of juice?
Apple.
Sparkling, please.
What she said. It is for her. I am simply doing it because I drank hers and I feel bad.
And Amy's like, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, just one?
Yes. Actually, 2. I'm still quite parched.
Talvar, do you want one? No? Okay.
And Amy leaves to get you apple juice.
Ami! Wait! I've changed my mind. Warm milk, please.
Just before she comes back up the stairs, you just hear... She comes up and she's like, what was that?
I have changed my mind. I would like a glass of warm milk. It helps me sleep.
Sparkling?
I didn't know that was a thing. Let me try it.
From those newfangled sparkling cows.
Sparkling cows.
Can we skip to the part where we have the juice and the milk? Because this is painful to watch this poor woman walk up and down these stairs. It's very sad.
Yeah, she comes up with some sparkling milk. I don't know how that...
She puts glitter in it.
Yeah, that's right. And you guys enjoy some nice milk. And you turn in for the evening.
Good night, my friends.
Thanks again for tuning in to Reforged. If you enjoyed this and would like to join the community, you can find us on Twitter at ReforgedStaff. Alternatively, if you would like to find me, Austin Rasmussen, I'm on Twitter at Trenchmaker.
I'm Ian Early. I'm on Twitter at Brother Tortoise.
I'm Zoë Shane, and I'm on Twitter at Zoe with umlaut.
I'm Ty, and I slip back into the shadows.
Oh, also, we are proud to announce a new segment for the show, Artist Spotlights. These brief segments give me the opportunity to thank those that have inspired my work. This week, a very special thanks to Niklas Drude, the mastermind behind Mon Viando music production. Please look him up on YouTube or check the show notes for the link. I couldn't have made this episode without his genius rendition of Korobeynikia, the Russian folk song that inspired the Tetris theme. Alrighty then, we'll see you next Friday. Enjoy your weekend.